Okay.
On the back of the agenda.
It's on the commission package.
Okay. Justin, we discussed this earlier.
Yeah, I'll have to update the days on here, but we passed this amendment of this resolution in May to allow for the school board to administer the federal programs budget in conjunction with the Department of Education. Well, there's been a change of recommendation with the state. The state is now saying that if we add this, therefore be it further resolved section that's down here at the bottom, the second therefore, it will allow the state of Tennessee Department of Education to actually handle all the budget amendments for that budget. And it'll allow the school board to not have to meet and make amendments to those grant budgets since they are so closely overseen by the state of Tennessee. So, has this been to the board already?
It has.
Okay.
It was passed in the June meeting.
Okay. I thought it had.
So we're just adding that therefore.
Yes.
I make a motion.
Motion from Commissioner Bolden. Is there a second? Second, Commissioner Savage. Anyone want to speak to the motion?
Anybody's got control over the actual federal dollars, I'd be happy to have that, but
You really don't.
we
It's
don't,
just,
we don't have that yet.
well, this is basically just avoiding a loophole that you have to, or a hoop that you have to jump through. All right, any more discussion? If not, this Budget and Finance Committee, how do you vote? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bell.
All right, we've got the same resolution before Financial Management Committee now.
I'll make a motion, we approve the added language.
All right, got a motion, Mr.
Second.
Wallace, a second from Mr. Glenn. Any questions about this resolution? Being none, all those in favor of approving it, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, passes unanimously. I think the next one is just financial management, the master agreement for Warren County Schools with Upland Design.
So we went out to bid again to services for design. Upland is who we've worked with in the last several years, and they were the ones that the school board accepted, and I would make a motion we accept this contract. We already accepted them as the bidder, but this is just approving the contract, right? So we're asking financial management to approve this contract. It's 36 months, and I'll make a motion that we approve.
Got a motion, Mr. Wallace. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Got a second from Mr. Henderson. Any questions about the contract with Upland Design? Being none, all those in favor of approving, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously. We'll move on to item number 6, award the athletic fields maintenance bid for Warren County Schools. Mr. Wallace?
What about number 5?
Manufacturing first.
Okay, all right, let's skip one. Yeah. TCR.
I printed both of them. It should be RTC.
So RTC Manufacturing is a company that we have had a contract with over the last couple of years. This is to service our school zone traffic lights. And if it doesn't show that you have to have about a monitoring system for about everything these days, this is one of those that says that. So this company monitors our school zone traffic lights to make sure they're on and running on schedule. And when there's not a school in session, they set that session and all that kind of stuff. So that needs to be re-upped. And so we have 27 units. You can see it's a total cost of $15,405 for a 3-year contract. And I'll make a motion that we approve this renewal notice.
All right, Mr. Wallace makes a motion to approve the RTC contract. Do I hear a second on financial management?
Second.
A second, Ms. Christie Ross. Any questions about this contract?
I have one. I'm not on financial management, but why did you opt not to go and save the $3 a unit and go the 5-year?
Well, I think it's because we do a 3-year with 1-year renewals. Isn't that right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So we didn't think we could go above a strict 5-year
Oh, okay.
renewal. So it's 3 year, most everything we do is 3 years.
I just thought if you was gonna do it anyway for 5 years, why
Yeah,
not
we'll
save
have
the
to go, we
$3?
can
We can
do it.
make it the 5 because it will have to go to the full court because it's over a
Yeah,
year.
either way, I mean, even though it's neither one meets the bid threshold, with it being a 3 or 5 year, they gotta go to the full court regardless.
Okay,
But if you're gonna do it for 5 years anyway, why not save the $3 per unit if it's
Yeah.
gonna be money spent anyway? That's what would be my thought.
yeah.
Just
What's your recommendation, Mr. Stahl?
Well, I don't disagree with Mr. Rowland, certainly. Oh gosh, that's, I just want to make sure with Mr. Northcutt, Eddie Northcutt is the one that does that there wasn't another reason why he didn't choose 5 years.
Are you under the gun, under a time constraint on this one, pretty tight, or do we need to table it?
I tell you what, let's table it and then we'll come back to it. Cause I would hate to miss out on savings if we can get it.
If there's not a problem.
So I will withdraw my
Do
motion.
you
to
think
approve
there's
it.
any problem with time?
I don't think so. It says it's expiring in 2025. So I feel like we've got plenty of time and I don't want to miss out on the savings with that. So
All right.
I was working under the assumption that we couldn't go over the 3 years.
No, it's 5 is our hard line max for
Yeah.
any agreement.
Yeah.
Whether that's renewals or not.
Is there not some contracts that if they're set for like 3 year and the school system and the award winner bidder can extend it 2 more
Yeah.
years to 5 years?
Yeah,
if
we can do
everybody's
that.
under
Yeah, we can do
agreement?
that.
So I guess that's my next question is could this body approve the 5 year? And if the school system chooses to go for some
Yes.
reason with
Yes,
the 3
yes,
year?
that's no problem.
Then that's
Actually,
what we
this
would do.
committee has got the authority to do whichever one they.
All right, so I will withdraw my original motion and ask that we accept the 5 year plan at 20,100.
We got Mr. Swallows has made a motion to accept the 5-year plan. Do I hear a second? Got a second, Mr. Hillis. Any more questions about this contract? Being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously for the 5-year contract. Now we'll move to number 6. Award the athletic fields maintenance bid for Warren County Schools.
So we've been doing this for the last couple of years. This is something where a company comes in and does all of the overseeding and sand and all the weeds and takes care of all that information. Higher Ground is who we've worked with. And so we sent that out for bid again. Higher Ground is once again the one that's bid. And hey, I'm so excited to actually come to this committee with a lower bid than we had the year before. So it went down $1,000. So we'll take that all day long. So would ask that we approve the field maintenance to Higher Ground for $58,148.67.
All right, I got a motion, Mr. Swallows. We got the second, Mr. Rubley. Any discussion?
How much did you say?
The bid is $58,148.67.
148.67?
This one has 158,149.
Yeah, okay.
Oh well, it may be a typo
That's
on
fine.
that part.
That's
Whatever.
probably rounding on.
Whatever.
Rounding up.
That's
and
fine,
on.
I just made
Bid
sure.
tab probably got a rounding error.
Yeah.
It probably rounds it up.
Sure, that's fine.
That's what I was figuring. They just rounded it up.
Yeah. Scott just heard savings. That's the only thing he heard.
Yeah.
That's it. That's really is quick on the draw.
That's all I heard.
All right, we got a motion, second. If there's no more discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously. We move on to item number 7, award the milk products and ice cream bid for the schools. And I think Mr. Wallace got a sample.
Yeah, it's funny. You actually took my joke because I told our cafeteria manager before I came over. I said the only way this is getting approved is if you forward some samples. But this is the same company that we have used over the course of the last couple of years, Murfreesboro Pure. Now this is also milk and ice cream bid. So if you look at your sheets that follow, the first sheet is the milk bid. That is obviously the most expensive, $491,297. Now this is a month by month thing with the pricing, and so but it does not exceed that bid price. And so we actually get some better pricing some months than we do the other. The last several pages are the ice cream bid, and that totals $16,615.20. So Murfreesboro Pure is a company that has a good reputation. We work well with them. I'll make a motion we accept their milk and ice cream bid.
All right, I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Glenn. Any questions about the bids? Being none, all those in favor of awarding those, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, passes unanimously. We'll move on to item number 8, award the community room architect our request for proposals. And we have done some scoring, and we are asking that Upland Design be approved to do the community room in the health department, because they are doing the health department, and I don't believe it'd be appropriate to put another architect in the same building. So I'll make that motion. That's second, Mr. Ross. Anybody got any questions about that? If there's no questions, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed? Passes unanimously. We'll move on to item number 9. Approve the contract with Upland Design for Warren County High School expansion.
So you have a contract, or should have a copy of the contract. This is just simply putting the contract together for the expansion of the cafeteria. We met with them this past week to get that project started. And so this is an approval of the contract for that project. Now, again, I'll make a motion that we approve.
Good motion, Mr. Swallows. Do I hear a second?
Second.
A second, Mr. Rugley. And we're looking at maybe $6 million.
No, goodness, no. That 6% of the cost, the contract is that they get 6% of the total project cost. We don't really have an idea, ballpark of that yet, other than potentially adding about 5,000 square feet, which, depending upon who we award the bid to, that will be different. Yes.
All comes on the wrong.
So you
Shoo! You scared me to death. I thought, what meeting have I missed?
rough estimate, then somewhere in the $2 million range.
Between 2 and 3.
2 pages over, you can get $6 million.
A lot of it will depend on the site work coming off the front of that building.
Okay.
So yeah, we hope between 2 and 3 million.
All right, then. We have a motion and a second.
If you go 3
Any
years,
questions?
15 years. If you go 5 years, it's
All those in favor of approving the contract, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously. Now we're on item number 10, approval of RJ Young contract for countywide use.
Five or 6 years ago, we did this for county, where we piggybacked Metro Nashville bid with RJ Young for copier services. That expired, so like this is not locking in that everyone has to use RJ Young. This is just, if we pass this contract as it is, then anybody in the county in the next 2-3 years can sign up under this contract as long as it's eligible. I think that would include the school system if y'all wanted to hop on with RJ Young for piecemeal projects, individual small contracts. It's just to allow this Metro Nashville bid to be extended to everybody in the county.
Make a motion, we approve.
Got a motion. Do I hear a second? Second, Mr. Ross. I talked to Justin a little bit about some of these. I think we might save some money.
Yeah.
By working this, but if we go ahead and let people do that, will it work?
Well, just because we've approved it, we can still get together, and this has
Let
both
them,
has options for purchasing and leasing. And those options are not, if you buy or lease a machine from them, then you can make the option to buy their service contract. I think if you lease it, you have to take the service contract. But if they buy their machines, which they have pretty good, like I've price checked for my office replacements for 3 or 4 machines, And RJ Young does have the lowest cost replacements, even at purchase price. Then if we select, as a group, we select, a machine of each size that we're gonna pick from. One desktop machine, one medium-sized machine, one humongous machine. And then we have just those two or three options. Then we can save money by maybe, instead of paying for the service contract, just buying the toner ourselves. Sometimes the toner price, it's according to what, if we own the machines, it's a lot easier for us to do that. If we don't own the machines, we have to take the service contract. It's according to how many people have the money in their budgets or can find the money in their budgets to buy a machine instead of leasing. Because people who have an RJ Young machine right now, the majority of them are leasing those machines, myself included.
And it is getting pricey for some.
Yes,
Some
and
offices.
some offices are not still getting the original contract rate because they have expired, and they're now, instead of being 0.45 cents a page, you're charging them nearly a penny a page, nearly doubled some of them. So if we get back on it, then we can either go back to just paying for it ourselves. Like my big machine, I've had one problem with it in the last 6 years.
So they didn't extend it.
No,
Or when the contract ran out, they just stopped it.
they just changed
They just changed the rates.
Changed the rates.
The rates.
They allowed us to they kept the rental price the same, the lease
We've
price the
not got
same.
any new machines.
Yeah, machines.
It's the same machines you had when they started.
Yeah, we're still using the same machines we got 6 years ago.
Years ago.
Yes. 0.8. Yeah.
So this would rectify that if we
Yeah.
signed up.
Purchase.
Yeah, and it would also, if we're gonna continue leasing, then it would not only lower that per page price back down for the maintenance, but it would also allow us to get a new machine in. Because the machine that the executive office is running is going on 6 years old.
So that's something we need to look at before they just go out and randomly go to each
Yeah.
department, go
Yeah.
to looking at. All right, if we're gonna do that, I'm fine.
Question, Justin, you see the dollars and everything. Do you think this has been a good investment?
I think we would have been better off if we had all done what the juvenile court accidentally did. They accidentally bought their machine outright instead of leasing it. Because they checked the wrong box on a form somewhere, and they bought their machine. So they owned theirs, but they still got the same rate. I have to run the numbers on whether or not it's cost effective for us to buy the toner or to buy the machines and then pay for the service contract.
It's usually always cheaper to own than it is to lease.
Yeah, because I ran one for like the desktop machine that the executive's office has. It's $14 a month and some change. But over the course of 60 months, it ends up costing them about $150 more than if they just bought the machine today.
A lease is the high interest.
Yeah.
Loan. That's exactly what it is.
That's the reason I want us to look at it before we just go out.
And then there's another caveat that if we lease enough as a group, could throw us into a materiality issue where we then have to expense the entire lease this year anyway, and then have a lease receivable that we have to book entries on for the next 5 years instead of booking under expenditures, which then still blows our budget just like we bought the machine to begin with. So it's one of the reasons like I strongly have, since that GASB came out, I was just, well, there's no point in us leasing anymore unless it's super immaterial items. And if materiality threshold for each fund is different, but still, if we start approaching it, they're going to want that entry made.
But the contract on the agenda is something that's positive.
Yes, the contract itself is positive because it allows us to purchase
Purchases.
them outright.
But we do, I agree with you, we need to go ahead and make that.
And I'll say
decision,
that
see if the money's available in each department.
I looked at two other companies that sell for my office, and there was about a $200-300 difference on that $675 unit. It was going to be about $800 or $900 from the next lowest. It is by far.
So they're very competitive.
Yeah, and because we're buying off of Metro Nashville's buying power.
Right.
And that's where the 6.2 he got was one of the bidders was Metro's contract of $6 million. So they're getting $6 million worth of purchasing power.
You're getting the benefit of their
using their
buying power.
This is our best cost effective.
Yeah.
This would also keep one office from buying one thing and somebody else buying another.
Well, it
That
doesn't
leases
stop it.
At
It
least
doesn't
the-
stop
but
it.
we could.
It
Doesn't
gives us
stop
the
it, but it
option
gives
to
us
say,
the
look, this is the cheapest option.
Yeah.
We all buy
We
this
all
So we
machine.
Yeah.
can groom it.
Yeah.
All right, any more questions? All those in favor of approving the contract, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? This is unanimous. Now we're down to item number 11, discuss the administrative building generator.
Make sure we don't buy one for $6 million.
Yeah, that's
all.
exactly right. What's that?
So the school system's not in that deal, but they can jump on it.
The RJ Young?
Yeah.
Now, as soon as the county, because the way that we're presented is the whole county can get in. They're not currently on it, but as soon as we pass it, then they'll be able to start buying machines for the schools, for the central office, or anybody the same way we are.
All right, we're down to the generator. Jason, you want to talk about the generator? You rather not talk about it? Everybody's got the quote, it's 85,800 for the generator.
And that will run the entire building.
And that does not include installation, correct?
No, that's kind of why we're discussing this now.
Yeah.
I had originally spoke to the generator companies when we talked about installation. The quote for the transfer switch, we did not know until we had an electrical company come out and look how much power is coming into this building. For the supply to come in this building, we can build this building 3 more times and not have an electrical issue. So the transfer switch is huge. 1,200 amp plus the installation is double what we expected. Now, the money that was passed to purchase the generator and do the upgrades at the fuel center, that pool of money, the estimates that we have, we still have the money to do that in that budget. It's just going to be about 40 grand more than this original conversation. And that passed through the safety committee. But it's Justin and I and Terry spoke. The financial group really needs to be aware and make a decision on what to do. We're still within the budget parameters of that pool of money that we had set aside for these such projects. But
$83,000 to install.
That's just the install.
We have a quote
We got
for
to
installation.
We got to bid
Now,
that out.
we'll have to bid it out, so.
But
Ballpark.
But yeah, a phone
It's as
quote.
much to install it
Is
as the
is-
generator costs. Wow.
So this 85.8
That's just the
for the
generator.
generator.
Yeah.
but is that-
Generators,
is
it's
that-
all the hardware.
Is that a fuel cell and everything? I mean, the fuel, is it self-contained
That's
fuel?
natural gas.
It runs on
It's
natural
a
gas.
diesel.
Huh?
It's a
Oh,
diesel.
it's diesel?
It's a diesel.
this generator, Cummins was about $15,000 more than what you see here. And then that other one, I can't remember what company it was. You remember what engine?
That had a case in.
This got a case in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was about $10,000, $12,000 cheaper.
So the voltage is what's making it so high.
Yes.
It's got a 372 gallon double wall.
And it's so
fuel
big,
tank
it's so
on it.
big. They're gonna have to revamp the
It's a
pad.
it's a double wall.
Oh, that's what it's going
But it's with the.
Yeah, it's
that's in that
attached.
price too.
Yeah, it's on here. It's on the list of it.
It'd be in the same location
Same location.
as the old one.
When we discussed the footprint of where the generator was gonna go, and we realized we could put it, the pad will be a little longer, but the footprint, it's
But it
gonna
won't
be
be
right
no
where the
wider.
one is at now.
Won't be no wire.
To the field.
And it's my fault, I did not estimate the price of that installation being that much.
Oh,
Not when we went really moving. Now, I will say this, the price, the quote that we got from this particular electrical company does include taking the old transfer switch out, removing the current generator and loading it up, and they will deliver it to the Generac company if we want, and then it can sit there when we decide to repair it or whatever you're gonna save. Just on that 30 kilowatt generator, to put a new engine in it, you're gonna save quite a bit of money from buying another one. That's about a $40,000 generator out there. It's gonna cost probably, they say around between 15 and 20 to fix it. And if the conversation is to move that generator to the fuel station, some of that price on that installation does include some tear down, or we would probably have to find a way to dispose of the old one, so on and so forth. They would work with us because the generator, the company that we're getting the new generator from, this $85,000, they will do the repair. What exactly that'll be, they said between 15 and 20,000.
Is the diesel better off than the natural gas generator?
I don't think we could even get a natural gas
You
generator.
can't hardly
Big.
get one that big because you have to, what, 25%? It has to be 25% bigger than your load for natural gas. You lose that much when you go into natural gas versus diesel power.
And I think the price is
Yeah, the price is
substantially higher.
And when we originally brought this up, natural gas was discussed. Later, a few months later, the fuel station became available for purchase, and when we did that, we have access to diesel. If we had some sort of issue where the gas supply, natural gas supply was interrupted in any way, we would not lose any service because of the fact that we can always go fetch gas from the fuel station.
Is it worth fixing?
I would think so.
It sounds like it. If it's-
You're talking about $20,000 to $25,000 difference
You've already
between fixing and buying a new one.
How old is it? The one I do.
It's not terribly old, 12 years. Maybe a little less.
I don't know how anything like that sits there and hardly ever even crank, tears up.
Does this require certain kind of insulation,
I think it's what happened.
this generator? I mean,
Just anybody can't do it. If that's
Yeah.
what you're asking. You gotta be licensed.
Yeah, I mean,
well, I'm sure of that.
yeah, they're dealing with three-phase power, so
Yeah.
it takes a.
You talking about diesel from the fuel station, how would you transfer that diesel?
Well, we could look at getting some kind of a tank or trailer, but that's terribly pretty expensive.
Have you got something to transfer it with?
100 gallons at
Do
a
you?
time.
That's pretty much.
tank.
Josh usually handles that type of stuff, so you'd have, I'll defer to him on that.
Listen, 100 gallons at a time.
This generator, if it was running full power, how much diesel would it burn?
It
run
says
this one.
it'll
It
run
says 25 hours worth of run.
25 hours,
25 hours?
100%. So, I mean, you're talking about,
A little over a day?
Solid.
That'd
Yeah.
be solid though.
Yeah.
It wouldn't run in the
What kind of
night
warranties on that?
like it would during the day while we're trying to run.
5
year.
A complete warranty, or is it got?
it's got 5-year comprehensive. Is this 5-year comprehensive upgraded from the standard 2-year from the manufacturer?
Jason, who did you say gave you the estimated installation cost?
Also, can't say.
Okay.
Those who were, it'll actually have to go out for bid.
Yeah,
So it's not
okay.
appropriate for us to
Where,
release
can
it.
I say, can I ask, was it local? Okay.
There's very few.
That was my question is,
You can't
are there
have.
local
what
contractors
it's still-
capable? is what- I'm just wondering if there are local people capable.
The Generac company
What's Vanessa's here?
Weren't recommended.
recommended them, so they came out and just looked and
But
took
we
all the
don't,
notes they needed and gave us the quote. So we have somewhere, position to start at.
Yeah.
I did call them, they have an installation team. I
8.7
told him,
diesel.
the gentleman, what
Might be,
quote
might be
was from
cheaper
this
to shut
electrical
down
company.
2 or 3
he
days.
said we're about to attack. It's
Really?
about neck and neck.
That's what I was afraid of.
Now, I discussed with Terry a little bit about the TCAT. Apparently that instructional works
So
very
that's,
sharp. So I don't know if that's a
I'm
discussion.
just,
that
I
they
mean,
have.
I'm just thinking out loud, but it 372 gallon double wall base tank will run at 25. It'll burn 372 gallon in 25 hours.
At 100% load.
At 100%
Yeah, that's loaded.
That's loaded. We ain't even got 100% load here.
But now that's.
Yeah.
That's a burning some fuel though.
Yeah,
So-
running through some fuel.
So, with the load we put on it, you're looking at maybe double that run time or no?
I would think
He
probably.
estimated about 35 to 36 hours.
35 to 36.
Something like that, 50%.
10 gallons an hour.
800 damn.
I know it can happen, but how many times electricity been off in the last 6 years here
In the city.
in the city?
Well,
It's
actually,
on
late,
30
actually,
minutes.
last
Last couple
few
weeks,
it's
more
been
than
about
once.
3 or 4
Yeah.
times.
I was at
And
Sonic.
I think if
when
they
I-
survived, it was a close one.
Caused me a few headaches, so.
Or is
this
Cummins
fuel
economy ratio?
Never mind that I asked that question.
Where's
Gets that bad, we're gonna need to
Company
build it up.
located.
ESSE
Carry on.
generator? Where are they? There's no telling. Do you know where they're at?
I don't.
Cool.
It's in that Nashville,
Who they
Who
are,
the
they
generator company.
generator companies.
I bet that was on the third page of this quote that I didn't bring in, because there was no.
Sounds like a good value too, bro.
So we need to just approve the generator and not.
Well, it's more to say that you're okay with us
It's,
going on with
actually,
it.
the county court's done voted to
Yeah.
buy one.
Yeah,
It's a
The
part.
installation.
We're just wanting everybody to know that it's gonna cost more money than what we originally.
The price of the generator has been what it's been since we
Yeah.
started this conversation.
It's
The
the
installation has
installation.
caused us to revisit this.
Well, we're gonna get bids on it anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna
We,
do
we will revisit it no matter what. Does that
You want to
mean,
just make a motion, put it out for bids and.
that's what I think we should do. I make a motion that we put the installation price and removal of the old unit out of bid.
I've got a motion to that effect, that'll cover it.
Yeah.
Harry, second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Taylor. Any more questions? There's no questions. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously. Now I'll turn it over to Mr.
Okay, it is July and we're ready for some amendments.
Yeah. Waste of Crow on his first one.
Now, this, we had a couple of amendments that came through the review late in the game, and we did approve these, but they didn't make it into the consolidated budget, and I'll let Justin elaborate on these.
Yeah, so first is codes. They had originally submitted a budget with no postage and no contract services. It was later discovered he was going into a new contract with iWorks. He needed money to pay for iWorks, and it was previously in contract services. So it did not get added back in, it was removed. And he removed his postage because he hadn't been using it. Well, now he's, instead of serving papers he's doing it to certified mail. So he needs that back.
Environmental.
Yeah, environmental. Property assessor came to us asking to move $500 from other charges to communication. That one was approved. Then Brad had found out that he needed to establish $4,000 in his for, I believe this one was for some sort of software that he's been getting from the state that he's now has to pay for himself. So he moved money out of valuation and supplies. The other one was, I'm not sure what happened. Civil defense is, if we can, I'd like to pass AF1 and GF1 together because they're both correcting the same, like these errors that happened at the same time. There was a couple different budgets presented for EMA. The one that was cost neutral to prior years, we had reallocated all the $15,000 salary supplement was left, and all the other salary money was moved down to buy goods and services. 10,000 of that got left off of the budget that was sent to the county commission. So that money had previously been there. It was voted on by this committee, by Budget Finance. But I can't explain why it didn't get on there. Every time after meetings, I put it in and I had somebody check it. So I don't know if there was a glitch on my Excel, if I lost a save file or something. Probably the power went out. I mean, in reality, I'm not sure. But I mean, these four budgets had errors in them, and they didn't get corrected on the consolidated.
Okay, Justin has asked that we pass GF1 and AF1 together since they both were omitted at the same time.
Is this a record, doing it this quick?
No,
No, I'm sure it's not.
no. We also had 2 or 3 last year.
Okay.
We got two more after this one.
Motion.
We have a motion from Commissioner Bolden,
Second.
second from Commissioner Taylor, and any discussion? Just want to make sure everybody understands this is GF1 and AF1 together. No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, we've got the same amendments in front of financial management.
Motion to approve.
Got a motion, Mr. Swallows, do I hear a second?
Second.
Got a second, Mr. Glenn. Any questions? Being no questions, all those in favor of approving them, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, passes unanimously. We'll move on, Mr. Ribby, we'll move on.
So, this is GFFY2. This is the large grant that Josh has received in the amount of $445,500. And this is for the construction of the building at Belmont facility. Is that correct, Josh?
Yes.
Justin, you want to speak on this any or?
Well, all I would add is that the match for this grant was already established in community centers site development. So we're putting the grant funds in there. So all the grant will be handled in one line item. And this budget amendment is only for the revenue portion and the state portion of the grant.
Be 100% paid back.
Motion.
County's match is 49.5.
Second.
Motion from Commissioner Bolden, second from Commissioner Taylor. Anyone want to speak to the motion?
This is good amendments that you want to make.
Sure.
Yeah. Said that right. I'll trade 49.
Josh is finding
Right.
a lot of grant money, and we appreciate that.
Mhm.
Keep working, Josh. Any more
A lot of
discussion?
work left on that. We ain't got started.
Any more discussion?
We believe in Can.
If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Take it back.
You need to work
All
on
right,
Can.
we got the same budget amendment
You take that
for
bullet
solid
side,
waste
you wait.
grant and from financial management.
Motion.
I got a motion, Mr. Hillis, and a second from Ms. Ross. Any more questions about the grant? Being none, all those in favor of approving it, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, passes unanimously.
We're lucky on those green here.
Okay, next is GFFY 3, and this is the funding for the acquisition of the property for the convenience center, the existing convenience center at Dearborn. Josh, you want to speak on that a little bit?
Yes, so this was unexpected. We are working on all of our lease agreements across all the county convenience centers. We got to this, we recently had a lease that was way out of date on this. A lot of these leases have not been looked at in 20 years. So 3 years ago, we really started heavy on these, and it's a lot of legal working with, different clubs and property owners. But we got to this one. This is one of our last ones that we're negotiating. He wanted it completely moved to build a new center, but me and the county executive negotiated with him to purchase it for $25,000. I think it's a win-win for the county. You can even purchase property, 1 acre for $25,000, and then you got all your site prep and your rock and your underground.
We're saving money.
Everything's there. It's
Really
ready to go.
good deal.
It's a very
Really
good deal. It's a win-win.
I appreciate him working with us.
Oh, everything goes back to Larry for working with us on that.
And Josh, Justin, and I were speaking, you got a little buffer around the fence, so you can
Yes.
work outside the
Yes.
fence.
Yes.
I
Motion.
do have a question before you approve this amendment. Have you got some money to fulfill the Green Giant deal on or do we need to?
So
raise that?
I will say this, we're very tight this year, starting a new year in site development. I budget 100,000. My match for my waste reduction is 49.5. We got a Centertown match grant that we were waiting approval with TDEC on, which would be fairly significant. And then we've got surveying on the Guthrie property here. That's a minimum of $2,500. And then we've got some clearing that we've got to do that he's requested, so I might be coming back to y'all. If I can, I'll try. But we do have a lot of projects budgeted this
Yeah,
year at
survey
different
that
convenience
out.
centers.
What?
We have to survey that out out there.
I just might ask the budget finance to go ahead and raise that to 30, and that way he won't have to come. He can go and get his surveying done.
Well, that would do the surveying and the green
And I'll
giants,
make that
and we don't
motion.
have to cut
I'll make
the
that
project out.
Motion to
25
increase,
That way you don't have to come back.
motion to amend, increase amendment 3 from 25,000 to 30,000.
I'll second.
Motion from Commissioner Taylor and second from Commissioner Bolden. All right, does anyone want to speak to that motion? And I'll say, again, Justin and I discussed this, you're looking at 30,000, you're looking at a tenth of the cost of an actual site prep if we did
Our rock
purchase
bill
and prep.
at, Morrison was over 40,000 for rock bill to make it fresh.
This is not hard as big as that one though, is it?
No, no, sir.
But still, it's still a good.
It's a win-win.
This site has been upgraded in the last 6 years, brand new building, brand new carport, brand new compactor. It's ready to go. You might have some topping mix to put on it in a couple of years. This site's ready to go for another 30, 40 years.
All right, any more discussion? If not, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Check it out.
All right, I've got the budget amendment, but it is 25. I'd love to make a motion to raise that to 30,000 and,
Well, we can leave, well, okay. As I said, they voted to change it to 30.
okay.
And then,
I know it's been passed to you, so technically.
Yeah.
That's what you're voting on.
I'll make the motion to raise it 30. Do I hear a second?
Second.
A second, Mr. Robley. Any discussion on this? I'd just love to thank the Guthrie and Green family for working with us and let's
Absolutely.
keep that for the community out in the Dearborn area.
Larry and the family was excellent to work with.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. If there's no other questions, all those in favor of approving it, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, passes unanimously. We got any other budget amendments?
I do not have any other amendments.
Do you have any surplus property, Grant?
We took it all to Bolden Greenhouse and Nursery and dropped it off.
All them computers and stuff, I appreciate it.
We did not do that. We do not have any surplus.
You don't have anything?
You don't have
Anything
anything
to say?
We do not have
No
it.
comment?
Surprise.
Sell our.
Lady's got something he wants to say.
Yeah, well, you've got something for other business.
Okay.
Christie and Cole, Brad.
You're out, Paul.
What this here is, of course, this has been a growing season and Johnson grass has been really bad and we had a contract to mow the guardrail. And I contacted with the vendor that we have, and Lincoln County has a contract here. It runs through 2026 for mowing, for spraying, chemical mowing, up to 200 miles with 6 mowings, and the price is back here. Of course, we won't be chemical mowing that much. We might wind up doing maybe 100 miles, but I just wanted to bring it in front of the committee to piggyback off of Lincoln County, which they've been doing this for about 5 years with this same contract. And what it does mainly is county stunts the Johnson grass. I know that the state sprayed a lot of right of way this year too. And you know, this price, some of it's $65 a mile. That's on both sides, up to 12 foot wide. And what it does, it saves you don't have so many mowings, and it keeps it down lower, and it's help about sight distance and everything. And I got the highway department to send me this bid form this afternoon. It's kind of a late thing that come up. I haven't run it through no other committees because I've been trying to check and see what some other counties have been doing about all this wet weather and this Johnson grass. And so I just wanted to run this through the minutes of the meeting to accept this. It's a piggyback off the Lincoln County chemical mowing contract.
And you want it for the full 2 years or till the end of the contract?
Yeah, through the 26th. You know, they may have got an extension on it, which, you know, I just want to get this in place right now.
Right.
And so,
I'll have, since it's through the end of 26, it'll just be the end of this year.
Just
So
in
never
1
mind,
year,
we're good.
1 year.
Yeah. So they started before we did. Okay.
You just need a motion.
Yep.
Motion, you made a motion.
Yeah.
And I hear a second.
I'll second.
Got a second, Mr. Wallace. Anybody got any questions?
Levy, what, is this mostly what you be doing is guardrails or
No, it's not guardrails, it'd be roadway.
just roadway
Yeah.
in general?
Yeah, what
Cut
I
your mold in
think's the
half
best.
probably?
Huh?
Would cut it in half, you think?
Cut quite a bit. They usually on this and they spray first in February before a lot of it comes up.
Yeah.
And of course, when Johnson grass comes, they change the mixture a little bit to help stun it. And it just inhabits the growth. It don't
Yeah.
grow it quick.
Right.
By the time you get back around, it cuts down 1 or 2 mowings. And at that price per mile, that's really reasonable doing both sides.
So it
Up to
doesn't
12
kill
feet.
it, it just,
It kills it, but it stunts it and goes on down into the root system. Yeah. It won't hardly look like some of this where you spray Johnson grass, it kills it. So brown, it gradually kind of does it.
But it won't kill your fescue.
No, it won't hurt the grass.
It won't hurt the grass
No.
part of it.
Your grass
You still
stays
got your
right.
grass though.
Yeah.
214.
I don't
No,
know.
I don't think so. He's
I don't
got a
think
mixture. We've been looking at what the state used, they used it on 287 and on Highway 56.
too.
Yeah. And, I think it's, could be a win position. Bedford County does it. Some more counties has went to kind of, spraying more often or chemical mowing. But I'm just going to do, probably maybe 100 miles or something. And it's be within under the bid of 25,000. Of course, we're piggybacking off, which they went out to bid because it was more than that.
$65. Sounds crazy.
It sure does.
It don't sound bad.
And
No.
that's only $59.
No.
Yeah, second.
And he does a good job. He's sprayed our guardrails for years. He's been in business and of course he's bonded and.
And you said that's both sides. of-
Both sides.
For a mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not,
Yeah, second pass at 59.
yeah, that's not.
Yeah, you sure can't vote for that.
Any more questions? Being none, all those in favor of approving the contract, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously. Anybody else have anything that needs to come before the committee?
Motion to adjourn.
Got a motion, Mr. Taylor,
Second.
second, Mr. Rubley. All those in favor of adjourning finance management, say aye.
Aye.